collective. Magnolia Priestess, back with another one. Let me go ahead on and put my phone on Do Not Disturb so nobody disrupts the reading. Can you hear me? I had moved too fast. I was supposed to send you okay. I'm trying to see how to get you up here. I probably gotta do it all over again. Okay. So part two of the letter, and it gets much better. Okay, for the Gemini. This part two of your reading, I had accidentally let my phone die before it was time to finish the reading. So please forgive me. Um, you have to see what's going on in the energy for July. Okay, for the good old Gemini. The Gemini, Gemini. Okay. I'm so ill prepared. Y'all must be smoking. All right. I just found some papers, some rolling papers. I ain't seen no rolling papers in a minute. I thought I threw them away. Ace of Swords is here. Come in, one and all. I'm about to start the Gemini reading. Let me finish rolling my bleezy. Okay. Y'all looking good for July. Wherever y'all finish doing in June, y'all not taking it with y'all in July is what I'm saying. You handled something, you achieved something, or you're achieving something. Very clever. Okay. One thing I do like about Gemini is that they're very, very inquisitive. Y'all figure shit out. I'm almost finished rolling my bleeding. Taking my time, y'all. I'm sorry. Forgive me. All right. So, what can we expect for the Gemini in the month of July? I'm going to start with the career. Gemini rising, Gemini sign placements, or heavy mercurial energies. Okay. So for those of you who have heavy Mercury placements inside of your chart and you are in alignment, you will be handling a situation with a higher up or some exec next month, and you're going to skillfully, diplomatically weave through the conversation with ease because they're trying to provoke you into making a wrong decision. Okay, because we have sewer mate in here, we have finesse, we have right. So be mindful of any provocateurs at your workplace next month because you are doing a good job and you are going to achieve some form of raise or a promotion, or you're just going to be finding a new job. It's different for everyone depending on other placements inside of their chart. I am. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live. It says they're going to feel justified. So be mindful in crossing your T's and dotting your I's inside of work. Okay. Make sure that your work is beyond reproach. Okay. Y'all finish with that? Y'all probably gonna be turning up next month. Y'all have a you have some type of party or some type of achievement that the whole corporation may be actually celebrating. If y'all like one of those companies that have, or y'all work at one of those companies that support or celebrate their crew, that's what I'm seeing. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Gemini rising placements, heavy mercurial placements, and I'm also talking about Gemini placements inside of different planets, okay, in the house chart, to be specific, for next month. This is a next month reading. I'm gonna win the lotto. I know because I came from the future, so I know the numbers to bling. Do it. Make sure that you drop a super chat when you do. Okay, because I know somebody's supposed to be winning the lottery. I keep hearing it. I keep seeing it. Might be a Gemini because you know third house is the Gemini, and that's monetary gains. The house of communication, salespersons, and stuff like that. You work for Swift Trucking. Okay. If you have heavy Gemini placements, be mindful of your dispatcher. If it's a female, because what I see is someone is going to provoke you into a reaction. It could be when you're trying to be off, it could be not enough money for the trip, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? But something is going to be brought up and you're going to be led to keep your cool because this person, you're going to see this person definitely trying to get you out your character. That's the first three cards I seen. Okay. I'm still rolling my bleezy. So please be patient. Somebody just asked me if I'm a boy or girl. I'm both. I'm hermaphrodite. December star sign. You talking about Capricorn? We was just talking about Capricorn, me and my twin. Yay. Mama, I'm a Capricorn. Yeah. If you want to, I feel like, this is definitely the time to make those decisions because it's going to be fruitful. especially coming out of retrograde. But I feel like when it comes down to Mercury retrogrades and Gemini places and stuff like that, it's never necessarily always going to be you who gets the misunderstanding. It's typically the people around you that won't be able to see things clearly. And then that's going to cause you to catch like a brain fog because you're going to think, is it me or am I tripping? Okay. Take that how it resonates. 67. That's 13, 4, 22. Definitely building something, some form of foundation outside of your routine. Someone might need a lawyer. I see a lawyer here. Isn't it Sagittarius? Or how to spell it? It's Sagittarius and Capricorn. We was talking about both of them. Somebody possibly is going to be falling in love with you, Gemini. That's a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Hey, Sakura. How you doing? Welcome to the live. See, nothing they're doing is working. They fucked around. They finna find out. So give me more with career. Yep. I just saw Gemini come up. Hold up. Secrets. A boss have a secret? What are you talking about? Right now, I'm just talking about Gemini. I had started a reading yesterday, but my phone ended up dying, so I didn't complete the reading. So I was just like, let me just get back on here and finish it off right here. I basically was in your shape. It's the fun thing everyone simultaneously. Exactly, and neither at the same time. Precisely. As long as you know. Thank you for posting it. Chili. Hey. Mhm. So what am I seeing here? Let me turn it a little bit just so I don't be on camera smoking. Y'all have any questions while I smoke this blunt before I get deep into this reading? I just wanted to put those last couple cards out there because I seen them and I won't forget what I was being shown. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. That's why my name is the Magnolia Priestess. Magnolia Priest. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is ninth house energies. Basically, it is the scholar energy, very freedom loving, wise. In Hindu astrology, they're the orchestrators of meetings. Okay. This I'm weak. It says that's all right though. I got missing teeth as a trucker part of our uniform is no more than four teeth. If you have too many, you'll be fired. They got dentures for that. That's crazy. But Sagittarius, Jupiter, very lucky. What else can I say about Sagittarius? Depending on the degrees, you could be, it's a lot I can say about Sagittarius, but this is the Gemini reading. Y'all the opposite. Sagittarius is the opposite. I don't want to get confused. Because right now, I'm getting high. What about our emotions? Y'all have very, 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 very selfish emotions. Y'all not selfish people, but y'all emotions is very, 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 very selfish. Y'all got that woe is me when y'all in y'all lower vibrations. I know the earliest degree of Sagittarius is Mulam. So those are like the sugar babies. Y'all like to be very taken care of, just like children. And y'all is too grown for that. But we still love y'all because y'all childlike in nature. You know, even though y'all the opposite of Gemini, y'all definitely carry a high amount of curiosity, just like Gemini. Y'all like to go deeper into what y'all learn as opposed to Gemini. Y'all don't just like superficial knowledge. Y'all like to dig a little deeper into things that y'all choose that y'all want to actually pay attention to. And for the earliest degrees, it's people. That's what I do know. Y'all study people like it's religion, just so y'all could get over. But in a good way, because it's like very whimsically. But like I said, I don't want to talk about Sagittarius right now. I got my heart broke by one. And I am a Pisces. The earliest degrees of Sagittarius to basically, I said Pisces, I meant to say Sagittarius. Y'all basically don't see y'all luck, but y'all very lucky. Y'all just experience it. The later degrees, they see it because they pay attention to themselves. Aquarius in the Chinese zodiac, the water monkey. I love Aquarius. My daddy and Aquarius, and both my sisters are Aquarius. Very great people, very psychic people. But you know, if you look into it, you have to look at your Saturn placement and your Uranus placement in order to really get like a deep, deep uh understanding of your attributes as Aquarius. It says, anyways, so what is your favorite childhood memories? My favorite childhood memories was, hmm, I cannot get this thing to light for some reason. I probably need to. There you go. So my favorite childhood memory was before I was abandoned when I was with my granny. We used to play cards, and my sister, the Aquarius, my granny was a Virgo, my sister is Aquarius, and we basically Used to have fun. I ain't worried about nothing. You know, that was really the best part of childhood. Other than that, it was just a whole lot of studying, a whole lot of being quiet. You know, I don't really have too many good childhood memories. I wasn't really able to be a child. But Gemini, 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 9. This is Gemini reading. What's your favorite childhood memory? That might be significant for the Gemini reading too. This person might trigger something from childhood, like a childhood trigger that y'all should pay attention to in order to heal from it, so it doesn't trigger you no more. Cloyingly sweet. No, not at all. Even in relationships, y'all like to be treated like sugar babies. No difference. Sagittarius just have this very charismatic, optimistic outlook until they don't get what they want, and then they want to cry. That's what I do know. How many Geminis do I have in the chat? All right, let's get into this reading. All right. What emotions do I have to watch for at work? Guilt. This person gonna make you feel guilty. Like I said, this is a childhood wound. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to automatically come to this feeling like you have to defend yourself. Don't feel like you have to be overly defensive at work, okay? Because that's going to be the cause for you to make a very self-sabotaging decision. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into this reading. Yeah, detach. You're gonna have to detach from how you perceive your job. You're gonna have to keep job, job, and home, home. Okay. That's definitely prominent because somebody's gonna be projecting what they feel onto you because these people are not healed from childhood wounds, is what I'm saying. They're gonna feel justified in doing whatever they're gonna do. They're gonna try to floor it, they're gonna be pushing you. And you're gonna be able to tell because it's gonna be different. Like he said, the last message before you, Deja. Yeah. Don't get apathetic. Continue being passionate. Don't let this get to you. Don't let this bother you. And that's the truth. Possibly a fire sign, male or female, confirmation. Let's see. Possibly a Libra or a Scorpio, a unhealed Scorpio or Libra or fire sign. Okay, because we have candle magic here. They're definitely going to be throwing some form of projection, which is going to be like magic. You know, it's delusion or illusionary tricks, tactics that they're going to be trying. Remember, pay attention to details of what's happening around you. So that way, when time does come and you have to speak up for yourself, you know exactly what happened and you're not going to play crazy. It don't have nothing to do with you. It just have everything to do with the facts. Remember the facts, okay? Because you're going to be safe. This person going to be putting time out after that, okay? This person, this team, how fast do we achieve goals? As fast as you heal. The more you heal, the more you reframe your perspective, the more your world shapes around it. So you don't have to worry about anything other than self-validation, okay, and being authentic. Because when your perspective of how your circumstances are shaping your happiness, you don't have to worry about other people trying to steal your joy. Okay? Confirmation. Psychic abilities is here. You might be getting a spiritual upgrade with your gifts or your intuition, or how people say, I just had a feeling that they was going to do something like that. It's going to be even stronger. You might be experiencing more deja vu than often. Okay? Expendency. The person who's going to be trying to come at you is going to be making you feel like you're expendable. Don't let them, because what you offer to this position that you are in, no one else can do. Okay? Yeah, these is very three-dimensional, low vibrational people. Give me more. Bored. They adore you, but they bored. Okay? They see how you pour into people, and they feel like what they are projecting isn't as vibrant as you, Gemini, or Gemini rising, Gemini heavy placements, and mercurial energies. Okay. Confirmation. That's why they feel like they can mistreat you because they want you to feel like them. And that's sad. That's sad. But it's go time. It's go time. It's on and popping at this point, collective. Monster reborn. They're not going to recreate some type of negative energies that you have overcame. Okay. Mm, let's see. Oh, I gotta uncross my legs. Be open to receive guidance, is what I'm hearing. Be open to receive critique and criticism because someone will be coming to give you some good advice outside of this dilemma that these people are trying to cause at the workplace. Okay. A sewer mating, a very low vibrational get 'em out. Somebody who always got their trap open, but never really catch too much. Yeah, this person might be very daft. A monitoring spirit, focus on happy. Who? That's what this one needs to be doing. Focusing on happy, because this is an unhappy, miserable, bored ass bitch. Please forgive me for cussing. Yeah. Confirmation with no soul left. Okay. It says your timeline is invincible by all things outside of source. So the Most High is protecting you at this time as long as you are cautious with how childish you react. Because sometimes we do like to react like children. You know, when children don't get what they want, they catch temper tantrums. So we're not doing that. Okay, collective. Yeah. Let's see. What's the finances gonna look like for the collective? Let me get some cards. I'm gonna use the thought deck. I just got these. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. So we have peace at the bottom of the deck, futility, art, and pleasure. So the way that you are presenting to your clients, your customers, or the people who pay you is very skillful, it's very artistic, and it's the beauty of who you are, okay, that's going to help you achieve this promotion or this frutility, futility, okay? This strategy that's going to be built It's going to be very, very lucrative for you. With camel humps here, as long as you stay grounded. You might have to travel from place to place, is what I see here, in order to achieve this promotion or this raise or to meet this right person. Take that how it resonates. Yeah. It says right here, I won against all odds. So if you've been working hard for a position or if you've been working hard to achieve something, you worked hard for it and it's gonna pay off. Especially if you travel, if you're a traveler and you have to travel from place to place in order to achieve this or meet new people or open yourself up to meeting new people. Remain optimistic in conversations because we're talking about Sagittarius. I feel like you possibly have um luck on your side. Okay. Because Jupiter is the planet of expansion as well as wisdom. So use your wit about yourself, Gemini. You're very witty, okay, to skillfully navigate this peaceful uprise, elevation that you can make it out to be, okay? You can make these achievements as fast as you shape your perspective around already having it, okay? We have virtue. Yeah. So you're definitely going to be leaving a perspective behind in June. Like I initiated this conversation off here. Okay. With the Knight of This or the Knight of Pentacles, the only knight that always makes it to their goal, to the achievement that they're slowly but surely working towards. You might be needed for a job that only you are able to provide because the wild card did show itself. And that's basically like the trump card or the person who is most capable of getting the deal. Luxury is here. So I feel like that will conclude the career portion. Now let's go into romance. Yeah. Low vibrational. Hmm. A bump. A bump in the relationship section. Very stagnant relationships going on. There's nothing being fruitfully produced inside of these. So you're possibly putting people on detention, or you feel like you're on detention. You probably feel like you're too mature for relationships with certain people. Taking how it resonates. Ugh. You're probably very tired of trying. Okay, is what I'm saying. Y'all don't mind me. You just sipping, relaxing, seeing what comes, seeing what happens. Cause I'm over here about to sip my juice. Fruit punch. You possibly might be thinking about getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend. or possibly trying to get like a mix of different flavors inside of the relationship or inside of the dating scene right now, Gemini. And you're gonna be sucking them dry, Definitely good energy. It's gonna bring you a sense of peace. I feel like mixing up the dating agenda that you have because you feel like one flavor isn't enough, and this is not what you're looking at or looking for the flavor of. You're trying to get a medley. Let's see. Now I'm about to open up the traditional bake. First card out is the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups, these are going these adventures that you're going to be going on in the dating scene is going to restore your energies of positive outcomes. I feel like it's going to also help you boost your confidence and your ability to. You're not gonna get married to none of these people, is what justice in reverse to me look like. You're not going to really like settle down right now with these people, but you are going to enjoy what that energy brings to your life. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna awaken your inner child. It's gonna remind you of how much fun you used to have. And like it's going to really shine light on things that you possibly may have trouble dealing with. Oh, girl, why my lash look like that? My lash started slouching. It's all good. You know, like, what's in the third? So the first three cards out with this deck is the Ace of Cups, confirmation, the Justice card in reverse with the Sun. Like I said, even though when you're going through these relationships and dating these people and introducing yourself and mingling around or whatever like that, you aren't going to settle down with any of these individuals, but it is going to restore a perspective that you had about the dating field. Okay. Yeah. It's going to help you move on from a past relationship that you're possibly still reliving. King of Wands is here. We was just talking about Sagittarius. This might be significant. You possibly have a thing for the opposites attracting thing. Like opposites attract is what I'm hearing. Because Sagittarius just was on here. You probably trying to find somebody who have enough differences to keep your mind stimulated. Because like I said, you're very inquisitive. Everything that you see you try to like study it. Even if you don't go too deep into it, you studying it. And it's like you once you get tired of it or you get bored of it, you really just want to move on, but you don't want to hurt people's feelings at the same time. Because you're not that type of person. You don't like it don't bother you, but you know it'll bother that person because you see with your eyes. With psychic abilities coming out earlier too. So you possibly might empathically might be getting more deeper with your ability to feel for people. Okay. Take that how it resonates. Yeah, with the chariot card, this is going to definitely restore something inside of your journey in regards to finding your soulmate. But you have heavy boundaries. You have very, very strong, heavy boundaries. Confirmation, Gemini. And that's how you basically got your security, your foundation, because with the Four of Pentacles right here, confirmation. Without these boundaries, you wasn't going to be able to achieve this level of stability. I feel like it's healthy for you to be doing this right now, not really giving too much of yourself to people and allowing these people to show themselves approval unto you, even if it's like you are masculine Gemini energy, because you know Gemini is a very mutable sign. You're able to be pleasant around people, but at the same time, you don't give too much of your energy to solidifying a title towards or for or with someone. Okay. Yeah. No, go play. So we have the Two of Cups and then the Eight of Cups. So that's 10 cups. So I'm getting like speed dating. I'm hearing speed dating. Like you possibly might go places just to be seen and show your face. And a lot of people are going to hover around you and find interest in your conversations in July. So July, if you're like in the marketing or into, you know, being a public figure or a content creator, something like that, even if you don't utilize the same energies that are going to be applied to the romantic sector, you can use those same energies, alchemize it into a form of abundance that way, as well as what the spirit is telling me, the Holy Spirit. Mhm. Yeah. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So if you're the type of Gemini that's very high vibrational, but you don't work and you're unemployed, you about to get a sponsor. That's what I'm gonna call them. Okay, and look, that's confirmation. With the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you're about to get a sponsor. It could be a family member, it could be a sugar daddy, a sugar mama, it could be a philanthropist, it could be somebody who just wants to invest in you. It could be a friend. Who knows? But what I do know that it's coming, especially if you utilize this energy that I'm telling you about. Because regardless of if you use it or not, the energy is still there. You just have to be able to master your mind in order to see the perspective and the shape of it and apply it to your actual fruition of life. Okay. Hey, Mr. Jackson. Okay. Especially in the community, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, and it's like a basic, a community guard. You know, it'll be like the community chest. I feel like you could look at the city that you're in, or the people that you're around, the traveling that you're going to be doing as the community chest spot. Okay, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles coming out, is definitely giving heavy rooted inside of your area or your community. Okay. People admire your conversation piece, is what I'm hearing. It makes a lot of people jealous or envious because they're not able to. So in your relationship, don't over talk. Allow them to talk. Okay, Gemini. Let them be the centerpiece for a second and listen more than you talk in July. Okay. May I ask? Yes. Go ahead. What's going on, Miss What's in here? I'm sorry if I said that wrong. There's a lot of pentacles here. So if you are definitely the type of person who likes to be spoiled in relationships, you're going to get a lot of offers coming soon. And just been to Australia. The kangaroos think you're game. Well, tell them, put it in my pouch. Tell them, put it in my pouch. That boy. I got a purse that could they can punch that. punch my pouch. Thank you. Give me something. No, I'm a hermaphrodite. I'll put it in my okay. Put the hands on. I'm sure people Christian. And I'm Christ. That boy. You possibly might come across somebody who has a little notoriety, okay? And it is definitely giving energies of this is going to be. That's probably why I keep getting this going to career because this possibly might be somebody who is able to help you in your career or help you do something. Thank you. Thank you. I am. I am Jesus. J Sweet. Mm-hmm. You late. That boy. That boy. Consciousness is what I taught. What colors will you use? We can use black and white. I'm feeling like Corolla DeVille. All right. But this goes back to all of these cards that's coming out for your reading, Gemini. Like I said, third house is the house of communications. And typically, Geminis have a lot of luck when it comes down to traveling in order to reach around into that energy for Gemini. That's the sign that really has monetary gains out of nowhere in traveling, short distance travel. Okay. Sagittarius is long distance travel. Okay. Use that energy in order to achieve this right here. Okay. With the Ten of Pentacles coming out, the Page of Pentacles coming out, the Nine of Pentacles coming out, and the Four of Pentacles coming out. Very, very secure base cards. It is giving me energies of a definite sponsor. I say that because this one, the sponsor might be younger or young in their behavior or young in their perspective. That's probably why they mix business with pleasure. Because, like I said, this is the romance section, but it's bringing me back and forth from romance to business, romance and business. No, I'm a hermaphrodite. That's not important though. I'm not gonna keep answering it. I promise you. Okay. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords here. With the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords behind it, you will be your own worst enemy if you fall in love with any of these individuals and don't play your cards right. You have to remain transparent with where you are with them and not to, this person will definitely be mixing business and pleasure. I don't know. Oh, thank you. What consequences will the person face for making false statements about me to my partners? I'm defending myself against false allegations. Thank you. Spiritually, I can honestly say they're going to get repercussions. Spiritually, karma don't play like that. You can't give false testimony on children of God. Second, I would definitely uh talk to my leasing office because I had a similar situation where someone was lying to me or lying on me about what was going on in my energy. And they told that to my leasing office. So I went down there. No, I'm not God. I'm not the most high. I am the child of God though. And that's been solidified in history. But anyways, back to what I was saying. With you, Miss 777, they're gonna lose things. They're gonna lose either I had in my experience, I know that the person who lied on me, they lost their car. They lost their job. Okay. And in a relationship, somebody lied on me and they lost their relationship because they messed up my relationship. So it's going to backfire in whatever degree the person made the statement about. Because whatever they say, it will be used against them in the court of spiritual law. You know, I am a lawyer, spiritually. I talk to the spirits and we call judgment all the time. But you don't have to worry. Just stay optimistic, uh, in the sense of you know that you didn't do anything wrong and you're standing in your truth. Okay. As long as you're doing that, you don't have to worry. It say, boy, stop. Stop what? Stop what? I answered to boy and girl. So you don't gotta worry. You gotta stay focused on the reading. See what I'm saying, y'all, about the Gemini reading? I told y'all that somebody was going to be trying to provoke you with childhood traumas or childhood things that used to afflict you and stuff like that. This is an example of types of things that people do in order to ignite or excite a reaction from me. Luckily, since this is my podcast, I can say what I want, how I want, when I want. Okay. But at your facility, if it's not something that you own and you make the rules for, do not allow provocateurs to cause you to overreact from the wounds that you're healing from or healed from because you learned those lessons already. You don't have to go backwards. Just understand that this is what it would look like the comments. They keep calling me a boy and stuff like that, and disrespecting, what is given just to interrupt the reading. You know, these people are going to come trying to interrupt your flow at work or interrupt your flow in your career. And don't let it cause no type of stagnation because it's also a form of illusion magic as well as delay magic. That who's still healing. Whoa, whoa, huh, whoa. The hole in my pocket. You talking about the hole in my pocket? You can fix it for me. Do you take questions? Yes, I do. But I'm still doing this in one little part on this written. So what I'm hearing is when you give this Gemini, when you give this person your number, this person is going to reach out to you and they're going to surprise you with a conversation that they want to have with you because of their interest in you. Okay, I have all email because all gets documented as you should. Make sure you keep all of your documentations in your transcripts. Okay. Hmm. I do take questions, Wami. For you can leave that. Whenever y'all leave out, just leave it open.
About 100 to 150.
So when this person comes to you, they're going to be talking to a person in a way where you have to use your compassion. Okay. Yeah, you're good then. You're fine. Don't entertain it. Don't continue giving your energy to it. Only respond to the things that require a response. But everything doesn't require a response, and you have to use your own discernment in order to know when to speak and when not to speak. Several husband they expressed what she likes me once more. However, I'm straight curious where we were intimate a couple of companies television marriage. Everyone the energy between me and her. Do you have Gemini placements inside of your you're welcome. Do you have Gemini placements inside of your chart, Wami? Yeah. Don't make a decision because she could try to cause you to react. Don't make a decision just because a person wants because that's trapping, that's binding. You don't want to bind yourself. Okay, so this is a confirmation for the reading that I'm giving. Okay, you're not looking for nothing serious. And it's okay to say that. And look, we're having an opposite attract type of reading. Mind you, earlier in the reading, we was talking about Sagittarius too. or whatever. And this person doesn't stimulate you the way that you need them to stimulate you. Especially since you have two placements that require a lot of mental stimulation. She's probably boring. This person is very compassionate, possibly. Mind you, I had a candle magic card come up earlier in the reading. If you go back to the beginning, I was basically saying somebody was doing candle magic. Now, this is just confirmation with the comments inside of this right here, this reading, that I know what I'm talking about. This is just the proof in the pudding. Because the universe always speaks with me. Okay, you guys, everything I done said has been coming back inside of the comment section, and I do appreciate that. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for backing me because sometimes I lose my confidence. I lose my confidence because in my home and in my hometown, people didn't believe nothing I was telling them without the cards. Like I would show them how I'm hearing things and seeing things. I would show them who I am when I was being resurrected, when my memories was coming back. And people was just like, "You not gonna change my beliefs." But it's like, I don't have to change your beliefs. It's the truth. You don't have to believe anything. I'm showing this to you. I am breaking it down for you. I'm making it the easiest that I possibly can for you. So this isn't about belief. And if you believe, that means that you don't accept. Okay. Yeah. That means you don't accept. Not you, you guys. That's just how I talk. But it's just why I don't have confidence coming on here all the time. Okay. So just keep it about 15. Don't mind hurting her feelings because that's her feelings and not yours. I just said that too about Gemini moons, and you think like a Gemini. So moon is basically how you think and how your intuitive abilities communicate with you. Okay? Don't let it hurt. Well, I know it's not hurting your feelings, but don't let it bother you or affect you to where it stops you from being free because your luck dries up when you don't. Yeah, as long as you let her know that you accept her and love her as a friend, if she decides that she doesn't want to be your friend anymore, that's between her and the good master at that point. That's between her and the good master. What about you? You, what about you? What about your feelings? You get it? You get it? I know I'm weaving like that. That's because I got, you know, bad back problems and shoulder problems from when y'all hung me on the cross. Those wounds don't go away after you pass away. I just want y'all to know when you come back and you resurrect, you carry those same wounds. Yeah, you're right. Some people are malicious and harmless and don't mind their business. Exactly. Exactly. And, when it comes down to all of that energy, that's only because it's almost time for you to leave that environment. When stuff like that happens, you don't want to pour your energy into something that you're being separated from. Okay. That's how it was for me before I started my ascension journey, my spiritual awakening journey. Remembering who I was on a soul level, remembering who I am. Okay. Look, with the hangman at the bottom of the deck. So open up your your thinking chair, open up the map and see how you can navigate this challenge. Okay. And see what opportunities are there for you? You possibly need to start traveling, okay? Because travel uh did come out, traveling from here to there. So open up and be receptive because somebody might give you advice about where you can find resources in order to relocate or resources in order to give your boundaries more strength and foundation. Okay. Take that how it resonates. Because I know that when I was homeless for 11 years or whatever, I was in situations where I had to deal with people who I could not stand. You know what I'm saying? And I was oppressed because of it. But it was also teaching me more character, more of a sound foundation. You have two kids. My advice, I'm not anyone who, oh, let me tell you what to do then, sister. Let me tell you what to do. You go to the police office, you get one of those little PT slips, the little temporary what you call it, restraining order or something like that. And then you give it to the Section 8 office and then ask them if you can relocate because your life is in danger and you got two children. That's what I would suggest. That's my advice. I'm not a lawyer, not a physical one at least. But I was in the same situation. Basically, my ex, the Sagittarius, he was threatening to kill me and my dog or unalive. And I had to get a PT report thing just so I can move or whatever like that. Astrology is actually symbolism. Silly. It has a map. Nothing that God creates is useless. And God is the only one that can create. Man is the one who teaches you. Your discernment is the one who tells you which ones are speaking with the spirit. You should be in a mental hospital. If I was crazy, they would put me down. I'm cuckoo. It's a difference. I don't know who is doing it, but I am proceeding to take legal action. Do your big one, sister. Do your big one. Make sure you go to the police department, make that report or whatever like that for harassment or whatever, and give it to the office or whatever like that. Make your GoFundMe or whatever like that, because you know they love women and children, and allow yourself to be bestowed upon. Yeah, open yourself up for it. Give your testimony. Go to a church. I'm telling you right now, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. Pancakes, waffles, French toast, sausage. Hmm. Let's see. Because we just definitely digressed for this Gemini reading, but I don't mind giving good conversation. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the subscribes. You're going to have to put in some skill work in order to not allow these individuals to play chess with your intelligence because they're definitely going to try to use word magic and wordplay in order to form genjutsu around you or whatever like that. I will take go to the reason and report only do you wrong with the man because everything gets accurate. That part, that part. Even if you can't move the facility that you at, move the complex that you at, you could always move to a different unit. That way they don't know where you at in your unit, possibly. That could be a good advice. Take it how it resonates. Yeah. If you don't allow yourself to pay attention to what's being said and what's being done around you, collective, with Gemini placements, with the high priestess here, the star, you're gonna run into confusion. You know, piggybacking off of the conversation with the person who is trying to use emotional manipulation in order to uh cause a result. That's an example of what I was saying, trying to be provocative. This person is provocative by using emotional manipulation or candle magic in order to achieve a relationship or to bind you into something that you do not want. Okay. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate it. I'm not going to keep on responding to you're a dude. I am a hermaphrodite and I answer to both. I got a pussy and I got a dick. Okay. Okay. What are the chances of winning a lawsuit against my? That is a good question. I really don't know, but As long as you have it documented, you could always find legal aid online and see who offers pro bono um attorney work for that type of jurisdiction. I believe that will probably be like a civil matter, but take it how it resonates. No, you don't. That's impossible. Seek mental health. How about I seek Jesus? How about that? Here I am. Okay. So it's definitely giving you give mature energy. See things very, very, very mature like. And they looking at you like it's a facade, like you pretending. You're so welcome. And you have to show them by being firm in your decisions that you're making in this relationship with these individuals in July that you don't play like that because they will continue to try you. Okay. Don't play with my collective fat candy, bitch, because I will gather you. Hold up. Gemini, let me get into this bitch pussy because ain't no way fat candy about to be wrong here. Playing with my collective. Fuck wrong with a who? Bitch, mad, jealous. That's what you call a karmic individual right there. A very low vibrational monitoring spirit who mama don't love them and daddy left them at home by themselves. Bitch. Eating ramen noodles with a spoon, bitch. That boy, silly asshole. Don't play with my collective. Bitch, get the fuck from around here. Cause I'ma gather you. I'm sorry, Gemini, if I having to step out of my character on here, but I don't allow nobody to play with my little lambs. Mm, I'm the son of Dawn, silly. I am the son of Dawn. Fool. I do have a mother. And she's a multi-millionaire. Dead boy. Father God. Father God. Come on. Bring more. Indeed. And I come to be who? 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 Uh-huh. Silly. This person right here, Fat Candy. I love him. I love her. Because they're a fool. Yeah, stay on me. Don't worry about my collective. You dingy bitch. Eat fucking ramen noodles with a spoon. Nothing but the devil. Nothing but the fucking devil. Why ain't my hair dead? Because nobody dropping those super checks. That's why my hair not done. Steve. People like Fat Candy be coming up in here fucking with my people, trying to make my shit go dry. Uh-huh, this bird brain. What you ain't graduate? That's what the car's telling me. You happy when I graduate. You happy being a dummy. I see it. It's all right. You good. You good in my book. No judgment here, but don't play with my people. Because I'm gonna have to gather you. I'm gonna have to gather you like some fresh vegetables, bitch. Like some fresh herbs, bitch. I will have to do some clean pickings. Yeah. Uh, that's why you in spiritual jail. That's it. That guy. Were you an athlete? I was. I was an athlete. And that's the truth. This whole chat needs mental health for watching. I just scroll by. Why? Hell no. This person ain't no athlete. Why you just scroll by? I play basketball and volleyball, soccer with Fat Candy Mommy. That was a good sport. And she all dried up now. She put all her juice inside them ramen noodles that her son had to eat with a spoon, with a broke egg. Mhm. See, Gemini, Gemini, this is how y'all act. This how y'all mind be thinking, but y'all don't say it all the time. Y'all be really going for filth on these people at your job and in your relationships, but you be trying to be nice because you be more considerate of these people' feelings as opposed to your own feelings. That gotta balance out though, because you can't let nobody play with you. Okay, Gemini, I'm not bro. You are. I'm the one on. Wait, I'm not the one on YouTube. I'm not the one getting paid to be on YouTube. So I need you to revise your sentence. Okay, you got to put a little more thought into that statement. Okay, silly. I do this for fun. And what you do for fun is be a comedian. And that's okay. Okay. We love you. But stay in your place, Charlotte. Lord. Yay. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Don't worry about fat candy. Pussy eggs. That little guppy. Fuck wrong with a whore. Uh, what sign are you, fat candy? That's giving me a king size sniffle. Fat candy. Let's think of fat candy. Whatchamacallit? Kitty Cat, Cowtail. Listen, call it what you want. Oh, Lord. I told y'all gonna have to experience a lot of this, Gemini. I'm giving y'all a live example of what provocation looks like. Okay? These provocateurs. Okay? Bon voyage. A tutele. The fuck? That was fun. I like a good juice. All right. I think that's it for this reading, Gemini. I'm about to call this one. I'm about to go to Cancer next. No, actually, I'm gonna just do a regular general reading. I'll probably have to catch up on these zodiac reads because it's too deep. Why you on there? Something you hiding? No, my life is an open book. I wanted to. The reason why I made YouTube. Let's be very clear before I cut this off. When I was going through my spiritual awakening journey, I wanted to record it because people thought I was going crazy. They didn't believe what I was telling them. So I'm making this so people are able to understand the experience of remembering who they are. Because, like I said earlier in this reading, when I was going through my spiritual awakening journey, until I resurrected, I didn't know I was Jesus. I didn't know my previous lifetime. I didn't know I had a connection to consciousness. I didn't know I was seeing the future. I didn't know all of the gifts that I have were what they were because I was told to discount them. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, John. Well, that was just a brief little summary of who and why I am on YouTube. But I'm about to do a general reading next. So I do appreciate y'all for joining me here on my YouTube channel. Until next time.